Hello. Um, if you've been watching the videos here on the YouTube channel, you probably noticed that I've been away from keyboard for a little while. And I realized recently that even though I keep in touch with a lot of my community and you guys over there over on Discord, a lot of people from, that enjoy my content on whatever platform it might be, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, they're not everyone's sort of informed because not everyone engaged. Everyone likes Discord, or not everyone's a part of the Discord. Join the Discord, by the way. But yeah, I wanted to touch base with what's been going on for a while and the plans for the channel are and the plans for me and all that sort of stuff. Just so we're all on the same page. So about 2 months ago, maybe a few more. I was knee deep in my new university course, studying the Bachelor of Design. So I had to sort of adjust to the way things were. And around that time, I'd started to suffer from sort of sequential health issues. They're only minor, nothing, nothing to shake a leg at. But it kind of added up, and the stress of it added up. And it meant, all those little things like having to take painkillers to help manage pain, or, not having the energy to get up and work on an assignment, or to do a Twitch stream, or to edit that new YouTube video. It all starts to sort of pile up. And I think that over the few years, I think nearly 3 years that I've been creating content in any shape or form now, I've learned definitely that your community, that you guys are super supportive. And even though the realm of content creation is super stressful in that you're kind of encouraged to always be in the minds, be in the eyes of people. If you're not making content all day, every day, then you'll never, ever make it, right? And I'll touch on that in a bit. But so these sort of stresses snowball and they add up. And then I get an injury to my collarbone, and that really puts me out of action for a few weeks. And even though I was granted extensions at school and things like that, you've only got a umpteen amount of weeks to finish your school semester. And so even though I've got 2 extra weeks here to do this assignment, this one's still coming up, right? So you fall behind. And then what ends up happening is everything started to suffer. And up until, a while ago, I was pretty bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about content creation, right? I came into it and I had a lot more success than I thought I would, especially in my early days. And, and I'm a bit of an anxious person, so it was hard for me to sort of accept why that was happening. And I just thought that was the way Twitch was, and, that momentum continues, but it doesn't. And while I've come to learn that that's not a problem, at the time you start to sort of look inward and go, oh, what's wrong with me? Why aren't I going hard? Why aren't I constantly pushing for, more and more and more? And I think that's a culture that's kind of accidentally encouraged, not directly, but it's a competitive industry, especially Twitch, especially live streaming. In some small way, everybody's competing for the views of people in some small semblance. And while I think that to a degree is pretty healthy, it sort of puts in your head, especially when you're as naive as I was, that stream all the time, as hard as you can. And if you do that, then you'll make it, which I don't necessarily think is the case. And it definitely was not a healthy lifestyle for me. And especially because what ended up happening for me is it just be creating content for the sake of creating content. And I just think that's just unorganic. I cannot make anything entertaining if I'm really trying to force it out. So all of this hits at once, you know what I mean? I become pretty disenchanted with a lot of it. But so I sort of took me a long time to realize that this had happened to me. And, with the depression setting in of being injured for so long and it breaking the floodgates of everything, just my whole life sort of was pretty impacted. The last thing I wanted to do was Twitch stream and create YouTube videos or anything on Instagram. But I sort of kept doing at it and, running on empty anyway. But what's been great is I've taken a little bit of time off now, admittedly without letting a lot of people know, and I apologize for that. But with taking a lot of time and just sitting down and thinking about this and what's wrong, what's happened to me, now that I'm starting to, I think, make leaps and strides and bounds in my depression and anxiety, thanks to just being open about it and talking to people about it and actively working on it and being surrounded by extremely supportive people who have been helping me out of it. I think that I am excited to start streaming again and start making YouTube videos again. Neighborick, who edits my YouTube videos, not this one, but most of them, he loves doing it. I really, really think he's a fantastic editor, and I think that the videos we make are awesome. And I'd like to do more on YouTube, so I'd like to know any feedback about what do you like, you know? I have a really varied community. I have a broad community of people. You know, some people really like watching me yell and get my ass kicked at games like Dark Souls. Some people like it when I turn the camera off and we dig deep into something like a Witcher 3 quest line. And, you know, some people like it when I just get drunk and play things like Jackbox, right? I love doing all that. I can't wait to do all that again. I guess this is my way of letting you know that I've been pretty down for a few months, but I'm doing all right. And I would encourage anybody that is feeling down to reach out to anybody, reach out to me even, because it did help me a lot. And I think the way I'm going to approach making content is a much more casually, you know what I mean? We have busy lives. I don't think it's healthy when you're not a streamer that is, or a content creator that is making a living entirely off of what you do. While you guys support me a lot financially and allow me to do it with whether it be the equipment or the games that we play, and I really, really appreciate that. Shout outs to the subs over on Twitch. I don't want to approach it anymore with this mentality of I must do 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. Oh, what's that? You know, somebody invited me out to lunch today and I haven't seen them in a while. Well, I'm sorry, man. I penciled in this Twitch stream. So I'd like to be much more accountable for that and just be much more casual and relaxed about how I approach the content. And I don't think that means the content's going to suffer in any way. I think it'll be better for all of us, prevent any kind of burnout, and it'll just make for, yeah, hopefully more organic stuff. What's exciting is this couldn't come at a better time because we've got Death Stranding coming out. Red Dead Redemption just launched on PC. I'd like to do a first-person playthrough of that. What have we got coming around the corner? That new Star Wars game looks fucking amazing. World of Warcraft Classic going strong. I've been really enjoying Blasphemous. I'm hoping to finish that soon. So, yeah, I think there's a lot to be excited for, and I can't wait to dig back into the streams. But the two things I would ask of you is, three things. One, thank you so much for, if you made it this far in the video, to listen to me ramble. I didn't really write a script, so it's a little bit disjointed and all over the place, but hopefully I've got my point across about kind of how I feel about things, and if I don't, I can discuss it better maybe on stream. I'm going to be streaming this Saturday, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We're going to be doing Death Stranding. Hopefully, it'll be about 12 hours late from launch, so it'll give any of you fucks that have been wanting to play the game and not get any spoilers a chance to play it. Yeah, and over here on YouTube, you know, if you do tune into the YouTube videos, there are a couple of views. You know, we're getting there. It's a bit of slow burn. I know I'm not doing too well over here, but some of you guys really like this stuff. So I'd like to know what you like about the videos and what you'd like to see more of, you know. I like video games, man. I love it. And I love making content. Do you want to hear reviews? Do you want a podcast? What do you guys want? Let me know. And come join us on Discord, because I wouldn't have needed to make this video if I'd have been much more vocal on Discord. Yeah. Thanks so much for listening, guys. And I'll see you over on Twitch TV. Bye.